What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T, with Make It Make Sense Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Before I get into my show today, I have to start my show off by wishing my pops a happy 75th birthday. Yes, Lady T, pops turned 75 today, so I just want to wish him a very special happy birthday. I love you, Dad, and I hope you enjoying your day. 75 years, that's it's a blessing, and I'm just grateful. So happy birthday, Dad. I want to give a shout out to my team, of course. On last week, everybody did their thing as usual. And then I just want to, tell Brian Wilbert, thank you again for coming on our show on Friday. If y'all did not check our show out Friday, go back and watch that. We had a special guest, Brian Wilbert, and he has a clothing line, Stone Jungle Apparel. So, he was on there talking about that. And he really got some nice things that he has. So y'all check him out and support the material is great. You see we all had the shirts on, and great material, great quality. He's a very good, cool, humble guy. So y'all support, do what you can. Here's a little bit of information. If you didn't join us on Friday and you want to just kind of go on there and check out the websites and stuff, y'all feel free to do that. But yes, he got a lot of stuff, a lot of nice stuff, so y'all make sure y'all support and check that out. So today, because as I'm sure everybody know by now about what happened yesterday at the Oscars with Will Smith and Chris Rock. I'm pretty sure if you did not know, you know by now because it's been trending all day. So I just want to talk about that today because it's so much with that. It's so much, and I see so many people have so many mixed reviews on this topic. It's like it's the opinions is so different, which is kind of shocking to me how mixed in it is with this because people are different and they're gonna show you different things. Now this is Will and Jada, and as we all know, if you follow people or whatever, you know that they've been in the eye for different things. That they've going through a few things and they've been going through that, but they staying together and they working it out. So when I look at this couple, I'm like, you don't know what they are going through at home, the struggles and whatever is happening with them trying to be in their relationship. So when that happened last night, we really don't really know where Will Smith head was at. And I'm not by any means like trying to take up for what he did, but I'm just saying, you don't never know where a person is mentally. I actually did a podcast back in November called Criticism and Humor Gone Wrong. And this is one of those examples of why I made that podcast. Everything ain't always funny, and sometimes you gotta be sure that you want to say what you're saying. So if you did not see it, I'm gonna play the video for you guys.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
So that's what happened, and he made a joke. He made a joke in reference to the movie G.I. Jane because we see that Jada is bald, and if you've seen G.I. Jane, Demi Moore played that role and she had the bald head. So he made that joke, and when he did that, they put the camera on Will Smith, and when they put the camera on Will, he actually laughed. He laughed. But when they put the camera on Jada, Jada wasn't laughing at all. And you could clearly see that she was upset. Then the camera went back to Chris Rock. And I guess in the midst of that, maybe Will looked over at Jada. And then, because next thing you know, he walked up and did that. So I'm thinking that when he looked, now you have to think about it. This is his wife. So when the cameras is not around and things is going on, you don't know what's going on. But at home and with your spouse, whatever they're enduring, you're enduring it too. So I see you at your worst. I see you at your weak points and things like that because you're my spouse. So you going through something medically, I'm there with you. So when he looked at her, he probably acknowledged, I know the pain and the struggles that she went through dealing with this, and now you're making jokes about it. So he walked up there and did that. Now, I don't condone violence at all. Like I don't condone you putting your hands on somebody. That's a grown man, and you walked up to him and hit that man in his face. I don't condone that type of behavior. However, I totally understand why Will did it. I get it. I totally understand that that's his wife, and he probably felt like it was disrespectful, and he did that in a measure of he was protecting her. But this is one of them things where I can't really even, because the whole question is everybody like, was he wrong for doing this? And it's like I can't really answer that because it's one of them things. I don't condone the violent part, but I understand why he did it. So it's hard for me to say. So then I look at Chris Rock, and I'm trying to, because you have to put yourself in everybody's shoes. So this man is a comedian, right? He's a comedian, and as we all know, comedians, you got some that have no filter at all. They don't care what they say, and then you have people that have boundaries, and they're not gonna step on certain toes. So when you're dealing with comedy, you don't ever know what these people gonna say and different things like this. This is just their job. So as he was up there doing that, he probably just felt like, I'm just doing my job. I'm not trying to do anything out the way. I'm just up here telling jokes and wasn't expecting to get hit for it. But when as a woman, when you see a woman without hair, it's not, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's going through something medically, but for the most part, if a woman does not have hair, it's a lot of times medically related. So I just feel like that's a topic that you shouldn't touch, because a person can have cancer and they're taking chemo and their hair falling out. You don't know that. So we have to be careful like how we move and what we say, because this lady actually did have a medical condition, and that's why it was so hurtful for her when he said it. Now Chris Wright may not have knew that. We don't know if he knew about it or not. However, like I just said, then the majority of the time when you see a woman with no hair, it's medical. So I wouldn't even touch that. And as a woman, our hair is our hair. Like we cut it, we let it grow, we add to it, we put wigs on. So when that is taken away from you, not by choice, that has to be very devastating and difficult to deal with. I don't know what that feels like, but that's what she's going through. So as a woman, and I know how we are about our hair, I know that has to be a struggle and something hard to deal with. So the whole situation for me was just unfortunate. I'm a very huge Will Smith fan. I've been watching this man since I was a kid. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Have utmost respect for him. I love his acting, everything about him. So I just hate that the situation jumped off like that, and now this is going to be something that follows him around. You remember when Will Smith snapped at the Oscar? So I hate that, but I also like the fact that Chris Rock didn't react, because that would have made the situation worse. Just think about it. If he would have hit him back, now you got these two black men on the Oscars fighting, all bad. So I'm glad that he, just took it and was like, okay, it is what it is. That was a big, big, huge moment for Chris Rock, because baby, somebody, like, he literally got humiliated in front of millions of people on national TV. That is like ultimate disrespect for somebody to walk up to you and hit you in your face in front of millions of people. So the whole situation is very unfortunate. I really hope that both parties, they can come together, the apologies be made, and they can just move forward and everybody move on from it. But it's really sad. I really really hate for both parties that this happened. I'm gonna come and look at some of y'all comments, because I don't know what y'all saying. Okay, happy birthday! Thank you y'all for the birthday wishes for my pops. Um, somebody said your husband said he's slapping Chris Rock, and yes, me and my husband talked about this, and he was like, "Babe, I would have did the same thing." He said he would have did the exact same thing. So, you know, we have to be careful what we do. When you're putting yourself in this situation, for you it's comedy, but for her it wasn't funny. Everything ain't always funny. Hi Denise, hello. Hey. Okay, then we have Tiffany, and she said 100% agree with you, and good for her for being her, and he stood up for her for his love. That was a huge thing to do, but I'm still team Will. Yes, and I'm not mad at Will at all. Like I said, I totally understand what Will did. I totally understand that. I just don't condone the violence. I don't when you taking that chance, when you're walking up on somebody, you putting your hands on there, now you opening up that door for it can go down. And I'm one of them people. If you're not putting me in a situation where I need to put my hands on you, like far as you hit me first, or like it was this intense moment where I have to throw them blows at you, I'm not about to do that, especially not at an event so huge like the Oscars. And then Will Smith also won an Oscar last night. And so that makes me feel kind of some type of way because I'm like, a perfect day, a beautiful day. This man wins his first Oscar, and it had to be some type of salt to get dragged into that beautiful moment for him. So it's just the whole story, y'all. It's so unfortunate. I really, really hate that happened. So my mom say, love me some Will, but he was wrong. The end. I agree he was wrong. He should not have put his hands on him. I agree. But like as I said, I understand why he did it. I can't go against that. I understand why he did it. JJ said he actually did it before. So I mean, yeah, this is your wife. You feel like you got to protect her. Certain situations, things happen. So everybody's gonna do whatever they feel necessary to do. Yes, it was very unfortunate, but I truly believe this is going to be a positive exchange. It's going to show our generation how to not always escalate matters and move forward without courts involved. And that's true. At the end of the day, see what people tend to forget in these type of situations, he's still human. He's still human. He made a bad choice, but he's still human. He reacted. And so we need to stop pretending like we don't react, like we don't have our moments too. He just made a bad decision, and I hope that the industry don't try to treat him in a different type of manner because he did this. But as I said, this is gonna follow him. People gonna always remember this, and Chris Rock gonna be remembered as the one that got smacked in public on the Oscars. So it's this situation, y'all, is crazy to me. So I had to dedicate my Make It Make Sense Monday to this because it's all I see today. So I had to, give my little input on it. Tiffany say absolutely agree, could have went differently for sure. Yeah, and like I said, Tiff, what if Chris would have responded? He hit him and he hit him back. Now you got these two grown men on the stage rumbling. Now security being called and everything. So thankfully it didn't get to that. Yeah, cause he was standing up for his wife. That's why he said that he did it because he was, dealing with the fact that she had alopecia, and he said that, and he felt that he disrespected her, which still doesn't make it. It still doesn't make it right. My bro said Will was wrong. He was, bro. He was wrong for putting his hands on him. I do agree with that. Everything is gonna work out. I hope so. And I haven't for myself seen, but I did hear before I went live that Chris Rock actually apologized to the Smiths for what he did. So he's taking ownership to the fact that he did that, and I'm thinking everything should probably work itself out. Because I happened to see a clip from, I totally forgot, on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Remember the episode where Chris Rock was on there and he had a sister that he was dressing himself up as a woman to be. I saw a clip of that. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah, he was on the show. So these guys actually had a relationship at the time. It wasn't Will. Shake my head. No, and that's the same thing I said, James. That, like I said, growing up watching Will and following him, you had this Will, just that funny comedy person, and so to see him in that element was like, oh man, like you said, it wasn't him. It was totally like, dang, Will, come on now, sad. That was sad. He's getting lots of backlash. I do not condone violence, but we need to teach one another what not to say using these type of platforms. And you right, Denise. And like I mentioned earlier, I did a whole podcast on this. It's called Criticism and Humor. If y'all want to just go back and scroll, I did it back in November. And this is exactly what I was talking about, because when we making these jokes and stuff, you don't know what somebody mentally dealing with. Just I say this damn near every week. I tell y'all, everybody don't tell you everything. So just because people not telling you something may be bothering them does not mean that it don't. So you have to tread lightly with situations. You don't ever know like what you saying to somebody, how it can affect them. I really wish people would really take that into consideration. I really, really wish that people would do that. Okay. It was so sad to see an article in Australia say it was anger and oh wow, anger and violence. It, I don't know how I feel about that. He smacked them. Okay, that is violence, but now when I read that, that make it okay. Yeah, he did shout out to keep my wife effing name out your mouth. He said that twice. So yeah, it's so okay. It was anger. I can't even. I can't. It was anger and violence. I can't even. I can't clean that up. I'm trying, Will. It's so sad. But if more men stand up for their families and our women, then we won't be here today. Protect our women. I agree. Protect us. I do agree that. But I seen a few people on Facebook saying that maybe he should have just waited till he got a moment and pull Chris to the side, say, "Hey, look here, bro. Like you can't do this. You can't take shots at my wife." And he could have took that approach, but when he looked at his wife's face and saw that pain and that anger, he probably just felt like he had to react in that moment and didn't even take a moment to think. And that was just unfortunate. I love Jada and I blame her. It was a joke and it was Will's night. It was Chris Rock. Now, another thing, I keep seeing people say, "Oh, well, he didn't do anything in August." Stop bringing that up because that does not have anything to do with what happened last night. That situation with August did not have anything to do with Chris Rock joke or anything. So I don't understand why people keep bringing that up. And also, the Smiths had an open relationship, so that's not even it's not even a factor. If you're in an open relationship, that means you can openly do what you want to do. So let's just be clear on that. It's just weird because I was going back and forth capping with someone, then they said the wrong thing about my wife in front of me, then I end up giving him a black eye. And that's how things can happen. You can start off playing and joking with somebody, but then they say something about your mama or your wife, and then things get real. These are triggers. This is why I say you have to be careful. You can't just think that you can say and do anything to everybody. You don't know how they're gonna react, and then when they react this way, now you the bad guy. So we have to think. We have to take ownership to what we do as well. It's gonna be a big, beautiful turnout. Okay. This what happens when a man don't play his alpha role in the relationship. Ooh, that's deep, Judas. That's deep. And then they say, but he's always been a protector. And yes, he had, but I think well, they also pulling up a clip of with him hitting somebody on camera. I guess the man hugged him, then he kissed him, and he didn't like that. I've been seeing that. So it's like they trying to make Will look real bad right now. And I don't know. I understood. All I can keep saying is I understood what he did. Just stop telling jokes because the whole world is too sensitive. You're right, Fresh. But this is what I'm saying. When you go to a comedy show or when you dealing with comedy in general, you know that these people can say, prime example, D.L. Hughley does it all the time in his act. He comes for the audience. Now I'm not saying in this situation that Chris Rock should have did that, but I'm just saying when you're dealing with comedy, you never know if they gonna pick you to talk about or do. It's just a job to them. So it's this is one of them things where it was just unfortunate. Like we keep saying, Will actually laughed at the joke, and then when he saw Jada, that's when things changed. I feel like Jada is in his head, absolutely, and he might have felt like he laughed, and Jada saw him laugh, and he maybe felt like he had to do this to save face on the fact that he laughed, because it's like, dude, why you laughing? You my husband. What is you laughing at? So I don't know, y'all. So at the end of the day, like I said, I hope they patched this up. I did hear that they did. And he said, of course, they have each other number. Yeah, they can get in contact with each other. And like I said, somebody told me that they did. He did apologize. So I'm hoping that they just get past this. But the pain he's probably witnessing in private just broke him. Will probably is also still dealing with everything that happened between him and Jada. So you don't know where his mind frame is at. And I hate to keep saying that because it's like it'll kind of make it like I'm condoning, and I'm not. But I'm always one of them people where I try to look at everything. I don't just be one sided. Regardless to the matter, we need to respect one another. That's for them both. Absolutely. Respect requires respect. You have to respect in order to get respect. Facts. I believe people who don't know how to protect their wife shouldn't have no comment on this. Really, bro? You just like everybody need to get knocked up real quick. That's expected with the media. One thing about it, Will is a money magnet. He's the Oscars Academy. Will figure it out. But Chris Rock, I feel, was trying to come back. Wrong outcome, huh? Yeah, he shouldn't have did that. And he should just know better. You know, it wasn't tasteful. And JJ is agreeing with you. So, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all coming on here and interacting with me because, like I said, as y'all know, this been floating all day. So, thank y'all for the feedback. And that's how I feel about it. Y'all can keep, let me know your comments and stuff like that. And I'll check them out and stuff like that. Let's see. And violence is never the key, but shit happens when emotions get involved. And that's true. That's absolutely true. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let y'all get up out of here. But y'all know the lineup. Y'all make sure y'all in the house tomorrow for Judas Priest. Then on Wednesday, Jebby the Realist. Thursday, you got Fresh. And then Friday, guys, we got 2 special guests coming out. So y'all make sure y'all rock with us this week. And y'all make sure y'all definitely be in the house on Friday because that's going to be big. I'm excited. I am so excited about this Friday. So y'all make sure y'all there. And yeah, we in the Mix podcast. We just so thrilled and happy for everything that's been going on and everything you got. Y'all the goats. Y'all the ones who like the support and stuff y'all been giving us is unreal. And I have to tell y'all thank you. Every time I sit in this chair and get on this mic, I have to tell y'all the fans thank you because if it wasn't for y'all, we'll still be struggling to climb up, and y'all helping us climb up. So we love y'all and we thank y'all for that. Coke for my head, we gonna have a problem. Come for my head, we gonna have a problem. Exactly. Yep. Oh, thank you, Denise. Thank you for watching, boo. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I'm gonna let y'all up out of here. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.